Alright, fellas, it's that time. And if you hear a small hum, I do apologize. But the gameplay volume should get rid of that. It's only when it's really quiet does it seem to make some kind of feedback noise. So hopefully it's not unbearable or annoying. And if it is, I'll switch back to another device. I got plenty of microphones now under my belt to try. And, well, let's just say I'd rather use this one because my voice doesn't sound like I'm being muffled. It sounds a little bit more clear. So we're going to go ahead and try that. I'm going to turn up volume just a little bit there. Hopefully you can hear me fine. I adjusted the game volume too, and it seems like I could hear both the game and myself. So I did a test recording prior to this. If it doesn't, I'm going to be pretty pissed off. But I need to get this playthrough out, or this Let's Play out of the way because I've been wanting to. I love the game. I really do. It's not, I don't feel forced to play it, you know, because there's some games that can be said, hey, you know, I don't really want to play this because it's not my game and I suck at it. And there are games out there I feel is worth explaining in that kind of way of explaining things. So, or explaining a game. Like, for instance, if someone told me to play Battletoads, I'd tell you to get fucked, because one, I suck ass at that game, just like I do for every other game out there. And two, I honestly don't really like the game. It's cool for all those hardcore, the hardcore maniacs that that are sadistic and masochistic, that just love bad things and love to be tortured. That's a perfect game for you. Otherwise, you know, nah, I'm not interested. Anyways, let's go ahead and play Vice Project Noob. Now, I was told to go ahead and let the cutscenes in, like I did with Splatterhouse, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Also, when I die, I'm just going to go ahead and record the deaths, because I was told that as well. So, because I'm making these videos for you guys, and I want you to be entertained as much as possible, if for whatever right or reason. Anyways, let's go ahead and just load the game and start. Otherwise, I'll be here all day just yapping your ear off, and you got better things to do with your time, I'm sure. Like watch me play this wonderful game. Alright, just need to do some emulation things. Here we go. It's made by Sammy, of all people. Vice. Yeah. Look at this prosperous, ripe world. All of it in open market at my command. Yes, the future of these people depends upon me. Yeah, I'm sure that does, you asshole. Jacobs, update me on the status of Project Doom. Yes, sir. Progress is as scheduled. However, there is one small problem. One of the subjects has escaped. And we haven't been able to locate it yet. Find it and cancel it. This operation cannot be compromised. Yes, sir. I don't even know where I'm going with these voices. I'm just doing it. He spends most of his time with them. While having a circle jerk? Smoking weed? What's the problem? No! Leave him alone! He will come, just as I did 30 years ago. Holy shit. An orgasm 30 years ago. You must be fucking fuming, brother. And this is where our adventure begins. Now, this game has 3 gameplay styles. Driving, shooting, and adventure game. Or adventure side-scroll sequence. There's another game that shares that, which is Adventures of Volubility, also known as Mad City in Japan. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't commentate on what's going on the cutscene. I just want to explain a couple things. This game was made by American Sammy in 1991, and it didn't sell too well because of its late NES release. It was released the same year as SNES, and people were like, oh fuck, I don't want to buy a Nintendo game when I could just buy a Super NES later that year. I need to save all those pennies. So, this, the driving sequences share a lot with Spy Hunter. If any of you have ever played Spy Hunter, which is a classic Bally Midway arcade game from the 80s that you should really check out. Has a pretty catchy Peter Gunn rendition theme in it. It's a lot of fun. I would suggest anyone giving it a try. Okay, here's our first boss. Very simple. Just keep shooting, moving. Stick and move, man. Stick and move. Speaking of spot... Hold up. Oh well. Should have surrendered while he had the chance. There's no record of this guy. But his hands are covered in jizz! Oh, wait. His fingers were twisted. Now, you must be fingering some alien pussy there, my brother. And that gun he carried. Talk about the creeps! Christy, can you run a check on that stuff we found in the vehicle? Sure! That's right, bitch. Make me a sandwich. Who's there? Show yourself!
Don't worry, just your guardian angel.
And then we finally get the title screen. Kind of has that little movie feel to it, I guess. If you want my honest opinion, this game takes a lot of cues from Ninja Gaiden. I mean, first of all, you attack with a sword-like weapon. Substance. What the fuck, Scott? Sword-like weapon. To me, it's like a saber whip, kind of. It's kind of neat. You have other weapons, like a gun and a grenade, which comes in very handy. So, you know, it's your standard side-scroll, but it's a lot of fun. It's got some pretty catchy tunes here and there. But the reason why I say it takes a lot of cues from Ninja Gaiden is not only is it, you know, side-scroll hack and slash and everything, it also has cutscenes. You know, it wasn't too uncommon for the NES to have cutscenes, but Ninja Gaiden did it in a way that it felt like a movie for its time, you know what I mean? I mean, now we just have full-fledged cutscenes with plenty of CGI and video editing in the mix. You have one of those little Japanese phantoms on there. I forgot the name of those. If anyone please want to tell me what they are so I don't sound like an idiot, an ignorant retard, please let me know. I forgot the names of them. I used to know it by heart, but not anymore. There. Grenade to the fates. Bitch. Well, that was, yeah, that was stupid of me. Unfortunately, like I said, I am pretty shitty at games, but, that was probably not the right course of action to take against Mr. Pumpkinhead. Ah, fuck off. I should have just used a grenade and been done with it. Okay, this time we're gonna do this. Okay. This makes me look like a noob, doesn't it? Okay. My other grenades? No. Then throw it, damn it! Thank you! Jesus. Okay, we're just about done with the first stage. This game really isn't all that long. It's not. But there's some parts of the game that are just as infuriating as with Ninja Gaiden. Here's our first boss. Looks like something you'd see in Ultra Beast, huh? Come on. Ole, ole! And this is probably the only game I can think of in this era where you can run while ducking. You probably noticed that. Your guy, like, hunches forward and starts running. What's going on around here? Christy! Make me a sandwich!
Sorry, it's me, Sophia. Christy asked me to check out the...
You know, I'm not going to do the voices. My throat's just not with it. Leads to Kim Ron? What kind of name is that? Yeah, my thoughts exactly! Rumor has it that he practices black magic. Okay, fair enough. Can you shoot magic missiles, though? Because if you can do that, he's the ultimate black wizard in the black arts. Just so I throw that out there. But, see, you can run while ducking. This is like one of the only games I can think of that you can actually do that. It's a neat idea. I wish more games could incorporate that. Speaking of ducking, How come there have been so many Mega Man titles and you can't duck in those games? I mean, was that... Did they do that on purpose just to piss people off? I mean, I'm a fan. I've always been a fan of the Mega Man games up until the PlayStation era. Then they just kind of got dull after that point. But, you know, there's a big fanboy community, so I don't want to piss you all off. So I'm going to shut up about your Blue Boy and get on with the gameplay. Oh, for those who love animals, myself included, should probably not play this game. Because you kill animals, obviously. But, you know, this tune's catchy. I could put this on a stereo and listen to it. In fact, I think in one of my old CDs I might have this tune recorded. Yeah, I used to make my own game soundtracks with both cassette tapes and CDs. I don't do it anymore because I got everything digitally. You know, as long as my hard drives don't die, I won't have too much of an issue. And I try very hard to take care of my hard drives. And I'm not talking about my dick either, because I know the joke there. Hey, baby, you want me to put my hard drive in your disk slot? Ooh. Creeper voice aside. It's a fun game. I like this game, and I play it every once in a while. It's been... I can't remember the last time I played this, actually. It's been a while. Been a few years. Boom! First try. Beautiful. Alright, this boss is pretty easy. If you stay close and just keep slashing away, you'll win. Done. Yeah, as you can probably tell, the bosses suck.
Heart, guess what? I came on you across that roof.
I know I'm making sexual jokes. I can't help it. I got a dirty mind. And I'm pretty sure some of you dudes out there, or dudettes, if I doubt any girls watch this channel, they got better things to do, like be feminists and bitch at rallies and college campuses. They found out in this... what's in this stuff? Little tadpoles! No, not yet. Okay, well, you know. Yes, where all the spiders and insects that are mutant origin lie. I'll never go to Central America. I don't care. You can pay me $1 million. Same thing with scuba diving, because I have a deep fear of the ocean. I will not at all, in any way, fucking swim in the ocean. You can't. You can pay me everything. You can give me every video game ever made for the NES and SNES and Genesis. I still won't go. I'm going to pause a minute and take a little vape of my e-cig. I'm vaping fried Oreos. It's at 3 milligrams of nicotine, and it's strictly VG. Because PG makes my heart palpitate, so I had to switch it up a little bit. There we go. So, I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to tell you guys something now I just forgot. So, in a week we have a week from today, we'll have Thanksgiving. I hope you guys got something planned. I actually do have something planned. Guys close that live near here has invited my wife and myself to Thanksgiving, along with her mom. Her mom's going to be there with us, because they like her mom, and I'm hoping that'll be it. I really hope it's not a house full of people, because social anxiety's a bitch, even with people you know. I just don't do well with big crowds like I used to. Because, I mean, back when I was in my 20s, I was living in bliss. Come on, boys, let's party! This is the shooting part I told you about. Yeah, it's like Punisher, if you ever played that LGN game. The game I made a funny things to do in retro gaming, that was the first part. I shot that fucking saxophone player because that shit's funny as hell, and I don't care what anyone says, it's hilarious. I love it. The game itself is meh. It's not bad. It's definitely one of the better LGN games in my opinion. But I'll be honest with you, the game is just meh. there's no music, there's no, you know, there's no music, and it's just, it's dull. It's playable, and it's kind of fun, but, you know, shooting the saxophone player is the best part. Reminds me of my mercenary days when I fucked very much native Pinoche during my service. Anyways. I don't know, you could be like my dad and get some native Vietnamese Pinoche and get gonorrhea. True story. He was 17 and he was serving Vietnam War, and he got gonorrhea from a prostitute. And that's where he got his GED from, because he didn't finish school because he hated school, much like everybody else in the world. To say as you will, school's not for everyone. I mean that. I mean, yeah, it's important to read and write, of course, but beyond that, like, okay, in some basic. Yeah, Scott, you know how to speak. This is why schooling is important, right, guys? No. Schooling is important so you can learn the basics of life, and that's pretty much it. Every other part of your life in school is honestly a waste of time. It really is. I was bored in school. I mean, you know, my wife's like, you know, that's not the point of school. You're not supposed to be bored. You're supposed to be educated. I'm like, yeah, but if you do it in a way that's fucking boring, no one's gonna pay the fuck attention in the first place. And that's true. Timing is important, as you can probably tell. Now, I hate this part because they use randomization. I mean, this was a commonplace in NES games, but when you don't do it right, parts like these can be infuriating. What you just saw there. Okay. Nah. Randomization in NES games piss me off. That's probably one of the many few things on the NES I don't like, is randomization. It's important, but at the same time, it can really fuck up the player. Now, I may die here a few times, because this part is a bitch. Kind of reminds me of Stage 3 in Ninja Gaiden 3, when you're in the forest. Oh, that part was a bitch. If you didn't know what you were doing, you were done. You were fucked. There was no saving your ass. That game took a hell of a lot of memorization. So much trial and error. I mean, seriously, if any of you want to play Ninja Gaiden 3, I would suggest the Japanese version. Not only is it easier, I beat that game in like a half hour. And if you guys want me to do a playthrough on that game, I can. Okay, you see what's happening with the fish? That's pretty much what happens with the fucking ninjas on the final stage. So, yeah. Let that set the tone for the last stage. Except it's a hell of a lot worse. Anyways, with Thanksgiving, I got sidetracked. With Thanksgiving, yeah, we're going to our friend's house, and we're just gonna, you know, enjoy some food. We're gonna have ham. I'm gonna make the deviled eggs, because I love me some deviled eggs. Yeah, I know, fat guy talking about food. What else is new? So yeah, there's that. And then that's it, pretty much. I found my DVD with a bunch of my fucking hell. Told you I'm gonna die here a few times. Okay. Okay. I want to go ahead and just take a moment to explain something here. You see this screen, okay? Not scary, right? Okay. But when I first played this game and bought it, I played it in the dark. Imagine just sitting there in the dark and the words "Game Over" flashing in your face, and it does not go away until you press the start button. You want to know my fear video that's coming up is going to be based on this alone. I am scared to death of certain Game Over screens, and this is no exception. I got the adrenaline kicking in, so I'm just going to press start before I have an anxiety attack. Moving on. So there, now it's not a surprise. You know what the video is going to be about. It's going to be about a fear I've had all my life, and it's hard to explain. And it's dumb, isn't it? I mean, it's not as bad as it was when I was a kid, but I still get bothered by some of them. It's either the music, the screen, or both. It's not going to be a very long video either. It's going to be like maybe 20 minutes, maybe less than that. I'm just going to show the screen, have my Xanax ready, and do my best to explain why I fear what I see. And I don't know what kind of phobia you would call that. God fucking damn, I just got... Suck my fucking dick, you bird bitch. I'm gonna fucking cut your head off and make you do a goddamn stew. Anyone up for some bird stew? Demonius is cooking, man. I got a big pot ready for it. Fucking birds in games like these should be not programmed. I hate birds in games like these because they purposely make them to piss you off. Okay. This time I gotta be on my wits. Actually, it would be better if the projectiles were faster, sorry. There we go. Okay. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, alright. No. Yeah, I found my DVD with all the Christmas specials on it, of all the ones I watched as a kid. Yeah, I basically made a DVD with a bunch of them I had recorded on VHS in times past. Yeah, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's probably my favorite next to Frosty the Snowman. Then you got Charlie Brown Christmas, that's a must. Alright, let's just get to the boss. It's a big old tank. Now, listen to the music for a minute. I want to explain something. There is so much sound distortion going on, the NES can't keep up. Can you notice that? I don't know if it's samples they're using for this tune, or it's just the sound effects are too raw. It's hard to explain since I'm not an NES programmer. This boss is pretty easy. I got hit a couple times, but, you know, you don't get a reward for... Anyways, fuck that. What? What the... An grande welcoming party almost feels like home. Yeah, have some beer, bang some chicks, and have a good time. Still do these with the bricks these days. Yeah, whatever. I'm not good with narration. Never have. But the story's there for you to follow if you want to. A lot of people would say this tune sounds like ass. I love this song for some reason. I don't know if it's the samples or the flow of it. It's like I kind of wish I knew how to play music, because I would like do a remix of my own of this tune. I sincerely would think about it, because I love this tune. It's so chill, and at the same time, it's so badass. Hell, next time I get drunk, I may jam this tune for a while. Fucking ninjas. Yeah. Those are the ninjas I'm talking about. Oh, that reminds me of a story, actually, now that I think about it. It just clicked with me. We were at a game store, and we were talking about like games like Double Dragon and Ninja Gaiden. And my friend's like, I hate ninjas, and this black guy took offense to that for a second, because I think because he thinks he said the other word, and won't mention it. You know, PC, bull crap. You know, I don't agree with that lifestyle. Anyways, that's besides the point. So he said, he's like, I fucking hate ninjas, and this black guy's like, excuse me? And the guy's like, I hate ninjas. He's like, oh, I thought you said something else. You know, I'm sitting there with this look. I'm like, really, dude? I'm like, dude, if you can't hear the difference between the N-word and ninjas, dude, you need to get your ears, either get the dick out of your ears or get them cleaned by a doctor or something. Speaking of, I seen this really gross video a while back. I can't seem to find it anymore. Where this dude got cleaned, his ears cleaned out, and the earwax that was clogged in his ears looked like a bunch of daddy long-legged spiders, like a clump of them. It was absolutely mind-blowing. Some would say it's gross. I don't get grossed out by shit like that anymore. I guess I'm immune to or sensitized to it. Like when I first watched Two Girls, One Cup, I was actually dying of laughter. While the person behind me, I'm trying to remember who that was, he was throwing up or gagging. And the same thing happened with Two Girls and One Finger. That song they got in that is hilarious to me. It's stupid. Oh, blue, 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 do, 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 do. You know, for you to watch that, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's awful. But it's funny at the same time. As you can tell, these bosses are pretty much crap. Oh, I forgot to mention the Japanese game of this. It's called Gun Deck, and it's said to have... Like, the story in this doesn't make sense. Heart. Go. Danger. That voice, Reese. As in Reese's Peanut Butter Cups? Anyways, no. Oh, that's an awful contraption. Thought you were dead. I wished I were. Yeah, well, you know, you can do that. It's called, actually, I don't know. And heroing is very easy. You make a noose, or you take amitriptyline and a Xanax at the same time. There's plenty of ways to do it. Ah, he's dead. Still keeping watch on you, Hart. Like, really? Cough, cough? Was that necessary? Yeah, the whole rudimentary, save a girl, and then Gamergate and feminists, save the girl, wait, no, yeah, save the girl, it's like, notice the chip says Sammy, if Sammy made computer chips, I just want to explain something. If Sammy made computer chips, computers would be shit, okay? Because American Sammy, Japanese Sammy, in my opinion, Sammy is a shit company. This is probably the only game that I've played of theirs that I actually thoroughly enjoy. There are some out there that are okay for a little while, but they have little cheap shit thrown in, or just garbage games that piss me off, and they're not even fair. They don't have any kind of, balance in them. Like we spoke on balance on Splatterhouse 3's playthrough, but a lot of games of theirs simply don't have balance. Ninja Crusaders, you die in one hit and enemies are super cheap. So another hardcore game, you guys, if you enjoy that kind of shit where you just die a lot, there you go. Another game is Amagon, which I did play in my old channel when I bought it, and it's not a bad game. It's okay. It's cheap and very... It has a focus on randomization. In fact, the second stage, when you're in the jungle, if you're lucky, it'll spawn a lot of 1-ups. And if you can do that, then the game is pretty much yours to complete. Which is how I beat that game. And I'm never playing through it, so you can go fuck yourselves. Anyways. This background is nice. Has tons of parallax scrolling. It moves at a nice pace. And the colors are very lush and appeasing to the eye. I love this stage's color scheme. But it's a dirty whore in terms of difficulty. Especially the next part. Pick your barrel of shit and fuck off with it. There's one game I thought about doing, and I'm still on the fence about it. Is Shatterhand. I did a stream of that. Not too, when I was on during the clusterfuck days, but problem was I think there was a troll on that stream, and the reason why I say this is because every time I streamed, I'd get disconnected from it, and I couldn't connect back on. It wouldn't give me an error saying you've been banned or whatever. it just wouldn't allow me to like to do that. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I was connected to my router via hardwired, the Cat5 cable, so it wasn't my connection. And I did a speed test when I disconnected, and only my other friends were doing test recordings, and they were working just fine. So I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to do live streaming again, because I just have a hard time concentrating the game, concentrating on my audience, and concentrating in a game. It's too much concentration on things, and I'm like a couple friends of mine who just, when they're playing a game that's hard as fuck, they can't talk. They have to concentrate. And normally, some of the time, I do say, hey guys, I gotta concentrate and not talk. Or if I stop talking, it's because I'm trying to concentrate. So I'm not trying to be neglectful of, you know, your entertainment or my thoughts on things that you may be interested in. Just I'm trying to concentrate. You know, it's kind of like when you're trying to take a shit, when you're constipated, you gotta concentrate. Because if you don't, nothing will come out. Trust me, I've had problems with constipation these past 3 or 4 years. It's awful. You know, I can see, how could someone talk about their personal life like that? I don't care. I have nothing to hide, and I don't have a reputation. And if I do, it's very minuscule amount of one. It's stupid. You know? Ow, those rats are dicks. Ah! Fuck! See what I mean? This part's a dick. This is a pretty chill jam, too. I like this. The beat is pretty dope. If I was somewhat popular, I would ask a remixer to make, like, I don't know, make a remix of this song. Using, you know, modern samples and shit. It's good the way it is, but I'm just saying, it would be kind of neat to see, you know, a remake of it or something. Or remix. I used to love game remixes. Me and my buddy Carl used to go all over online, like on OC Remix and VG Mix, which I think is gone now. Used to go there and find remixes and share them with each other. Be like, oh, this is badass. Oh, dude, you gotta hear this. This is badass. You know, we would just do that all day because we loved the scene. It was glorious. Yeah, I don't think I can get him. I just have to chance it. There we go. Okay. Makes me wonder, is this the same, like, sewer line that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were in? Does anyone explain why the rats are as big as a fucking fist? Or not a fist. Okay, this boss is easy. If you stay right here and run duck... Oh, shit. You won't get hit. There, you don't jump like I just did. At least I think that's how it's done. Yeah. It may take a minute, but hey. I mean, there's either beat the boss or, you know, stay on here forever. Might die. Hopefully I won't. Ah! My fault. That was my fault. I kept running into his crotch. Alright, let's try not to die this time. That would be good, wouldn't it? Ooh, mutant rats still pissing me off. What's good is, though, is they pretty much start you off near the boss, so that's nice. Okay, hopefully we can just do this. I'm just gonna try to play it safe. So it may take a little bit more time, but it'll be worth it, I think, in the end. So, you know, I got somewhere to go this Thanksgiving, so that kind of brings my morale up a little more than usual. But still, I don't like this time of year. It depresses me. Just the whole darkened sky, and, you know, some places there's snowfly. Snowflies don't here. No, snow barely really comes here in Oklahoma, as long as I've been here, so... You know, I don't have to look forward to that, but I do have to look forward to cold weather that aches this arthritis in my back and in my neck. Yay, fun times. No, actually, it's garbage. Don't move, motherfucker! I'll shoot your ass, bitch! Next, fuck you, motherfucker! That's, me being ghetto. Don't play games with me. Where is the girl? Butthead's in there. Yeah. Nice gun you got there. Yeah. One of my favorite Beavis and Butt episodes is the one where they, at the very end of the episode, it's, I can't remember the name of the fucking episode. Patience, there we go. And, they talk, to the counselor about certain shit. And the end of the episode, she's like, I want you to welcome our 2 new patients, because from becoming students to patients in a psychiatric ward can be very hard on them. And then Bud's like, she said very hard. and since I seen that episode, I would use that term in school. In fact, short story, when I was 12 years old and I was in school, this teacher told me, she's like, I want you to study these math equations because this test is going to be very hard. And I said, right in the middle of class, I'm like, she said very hard. Yeah, I had to go sit out in the hall. They're like, alright, Mr. City, you gotta sit out in the hall. And I'm like, ah, fuck. Fuck me, that was funny. Man, those were some good times, man. I loved pissing my teachers off because they would piss me off, man. Teachers expect you to be mature and honest and everything. Fuck that shit. That's annoying. No one likes to be mature. No one likes to act like a stiff, as I like to call them. People with no sense of humor act like robots. No, you gotta have a little bit of life to enjoy life. And if you can't be that way, then please go drink that Clorox bleach you may have in the laundry room, because we don't need people like you in this world. Hey, I'm getting fucking SpaghettiOs chucked at me. Anyone hungry? I'm pretty sure he'll toss you a big old SpaghettiO or donut or whatever. Stage is a bitch. But it's playing my favorite tune, so that's good. Helps the monotony. Oh, fuck off with your fucking round whatever the hell you have in your hand. I would say a ball jump, but those have been overused from Armeg, so I'm not gonna act like he did. I'll try not to. I don't like to steal the originality of others. Crack this fucker from here. There we go. Finesse is key sometimes to diversity or something. I don't know. I don't know why I'm trying to sound smart. It doesn't work. I will say though, Professor Zeddy sounds cool. That's my last name, by the way. It's French. Continuing on. Oh, this guy. I had a trick for this fucker. I can't think of it, though. Oh, I think it's... yeah. Yeah. As you can see, the bosses are pretty lame. I mean, and here comes the other hard stage coming up. Hard I've been looking for all over for you. Yeah, you were. I'm sure you were, you fucking perv. Stalker. Oh, it's a chick. Oh, it's just you. He's just like, yeah, fuck off. Gee, thanks. It's like, shut up. Take your estrogen-fueled ass somewhere else. Go to a goddamn feminist convention at the fucking nearest college. And preach about how we live in a rape culture and women are still the minorities. You guys need to go fuck yourselves. I doubt women watch this shit, but if you're a feminist, please go die in a fire. Or go get cryogenically frozen and then we can dissect your ass later. People with that mindset just confuse me. Thanks, Sophia! Don't mention it. Yeah, after he just basically told her in a passive way to fuck off. Yeah, the biochemist stage. This place is a clusterfuck. This tune is weird. The sample they use is strange to me. It's like almost alien. But nevertheless, it's still catchy. It's not like horrible. I wouldn't put on an MP3 player or anything like that, you know? I mean, I've mentioned before, I'm a huge video game music fan. In fact, I like video game music more than I like the stuff you hear on the radio. And it's been like that since I was a child. So, you know, while people were listening to Warrant Cherry Pie, I'd be jamming fucking Zelda 2's Overworld theme. I mean, that was one of the reasons I was happy to have some, sound testing games. See, because way back when... Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Way back when there was no digital way to jam video game music, you had to rely on sound tests, and fucking game companies did not put sound tests in most of their games. Or it would have to be accessed via code. And I have to ask, why? Shit, man. I might die soon here, and of course then you gotta start all over at the beginning of the stage, which may happen a couple times. I'm gonna try very hard not to make that happen. Oh, there I said it. Forever Retro said very hard. Let's try to get it where I can get a I don't understand why they won't. Ah, fucker. Back to the beginning we go. When you die, you go back. Classic Nintendo challenge. Hard bullshit. Anyways. Yeah, I don't have anything really planned for Christmas, and I pretty much told the wife I don't really care to do anything for Christmas anymore. It just doesn't feel right without, you know, mother, father, and my brother. Well, I'd say my sister too, but I hate that cunt, so moving on. But, you know, my brother, while him and I are kind of in bad terms, I don't hate the guy. I just dislike him. But, you know, we used to rip on my brother-in-law on Christmas of 2004. I remember my buddy Dan and his girl Mariah, who are married now and have 2 kids, so, you know, congrats to them, I guess. We were sitting on the couch, right? And this was my first time actually meeting my brother-in-law, like, for a long period of time. I mean, I met him briefly at their wedding, at their, you know, their wedding. And I thought, you know, great guy. He's good for my sister, you know, but, and he is, but she's bad for him. She's bad for any dude. She deserves to be alone. She's a cunt. She's everything. I mean, she has this very passive way of, she knows how to piss a guy off, needless to say. We never had any good memories, and as a matter of fact, most of our problems we've had in our family was because of her. No joke. And of course my wife being a woman sticking up for another woman. Oh, I'm pretty sure there's more to it than that. Not really. Not really. My sister's a piece of shit, though. I don't want anything to do with her. In fact, I've pretty much made it crystal clear that once my parents are no longer part of this world, I don't want anything to do with any of the family at all. I mean, they don't even talk to me now anyway, so why the fuck should I even bother? You know, it's not worth it. It's not worth the aggravation, it's not worth the struggle. I'm done trying, you know what I mean? You get, you know, when it comes to life, you get tired of doing stuff over and over again. It's redundant. But people want to sit there and they want to continue to, you know, piss themselves off in a way that is not good for anybody, not for them or anyone. So why the hell do you do that? Oh, it's part of the fight. Fuck off. The fight ain't worth the fucking... The juice ain't worth the squeeze. So I'd rather just go about my way and live my own life and do it the way I want to do it. And if no one agrees, that's their problem. I mean, simple as that. Okay, this boss is strange. You gotta like be at the tip of the platform to hit this guy and actually do a good amount of damage. And see, he can't hit you. Done. And this turns out to be your girl. Christy, whatever.
Ninja Gaiden too much?
Christy, goodbye. But the Japanese version is supposed to have the correct the correct storyline, because this one doesn't really make much sense. It does and it doesn't. It's weird. I had the translated ROM if anyone's interested. If you want me to send it somewhere, go. Don't be afraid to ask. Christy, stand by me. Help me to settle this thing once and for all. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? I never cared for the plot for this game, ever. I just cared about the action and the fun that can be had by blowing baddies up and slashing them and everything in between. And after this, you guessed it, last stage. That's where I'm gonna fucking start shutting down like I do when I get stressed out. So, the weather's been funky lately, at least here in OK. Like, we've been getting these really, it'll be, like, sunny and beautiful, and then the next day it'll be cloudy and dreary. Now, I usually like cloudy and dreary days, but lately, it's been giving me this sense of disassociation, and when I get dissociated, like, in my head, I feel like I'm gonna have a panic attack, because I'm like, am I dying? You know, I start overthinking, and that's when I have to whip out the Xanax, because it's downhill from there. Now, you may be asking me, did you take your Xanax today? No, because I'm trying very hard not to become addicted to it. My doctor wants me to take more because of my anxiety, but I'm getting my ass kicked. There we go. We were playing a mini game, Centipede. It might as well be. It's pretty much the same concept. That's epic. You gotta admit, for a Nintendo game, that's an epic look. You know, lightning and a big old tower, like Tower of Babel. Okay, last shooting scene. As you can see, the driving and shooting scenes are pretty much, you know, there's very little of it, but for what's there, it's nice. I think, anyway. Yeah, using an NES pad on this would be easier instead of a PlayStation 2 controller, but I'd rather use this than that shitty Xbox controller, that's for sure. I think it's garbage. And one day, I'm gonna get me a Saturn knockoff controller. Because that's perfect for retro gaming, in my opinion. The Beam controller. That thing was just fucking awesome. But for right now, the PlayStation controller will do just fine. It's a lot better than the Xbox one. I'm doing a lot better with it than I would with the Xbox controller. Alright, people, here we go. The finale. If you heard banging noises, I apologize. My wife's going outside to do something, so whatever. The two last parts of the game is where it gets stupid, and I'll point them out to you, of course. Because I'll probably die as soon as I point them out. This tune would be great if it wasn't for that annoying sound. Because it's catchy. But the is stupid. It ruins it. Yeah, sadly, I have this on my little soundtrack disc. Just to annoy people with, maybe? No, I'll admit, I jam this tune sometimes, because I like it. Okay, here comes the first part of the horrendous crap. I gotta try to get a ninja out. Ah, that's not gonna happen. Alright, here it comes. God damn it. Ugh, and you're gonna see that a lot. This is where I struggle the most, I'm not gonna lie to you. See? You gotta do it just right. And if you don't, you're dead. You're a dead man. Use a dead motherfucker. And don't those leaping guys look like some kind of... like the... okay, the knights in chess. Don't they look like a leaping form of that? Every time I see those, whatever the hell they're supposed to be, I think of the knights in chess. Like, they're supposed to be chess pieces. Hell, if you ever played that game Archon, or Archon, I think, I forgot, the chess game that you can control your guys and kill. Anyways, never mind, let's just continue. Okay, final boss. Now, I'm gonna die, because I suck at this last guy. If I do it, I hope someone can mail me a cookie. Or fuck, if you're from Michigan, mail me an Arctic Sun from Faygo, because I've been wanting that and no one's willing to help me. I asked my mom, asked my friend. My friend's like, oh, send me some money. Give me a quote, asshole, and you'll get it. As for my mother, I don't understand her fucking problem. I just want a goddamn Arctic Sun because I loved that drink as a kid. I had that with No-No's Pizza. If you lived by Detroit, you know what No-No's Pizza is. It's right in the corner of Prospect, right by Van Dyke. Some of you non-Michiganders probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But I'm just telling you, that was the place we went to as kids on Fridays. We would get No-No's Pizza, Faygo, and then when Arctic Sun came out, I drank the whole 2-liter. My dad would buy it strictly for me because he knew I liked it. Lies, cheats, steals. Sounds like a woman. The assassination parts, that's a man's job, nigga. Yeah, call me racist for saying the, yeah, call me racist. I don't care. You know what? Call me anything. I've been called everything. Racist, bigot, it doesn't bother me. I don't care. I don't have any status to worry about. It doesn't bother me. It's not like I go out in public and make it an issue. I mean, my personal beliefs are my personal beliefs. And if I'm saying nigga, it doesn't bother me. It shouldn't bother you either. It's just a word, for fuck's sake. Hell, my little black friend that comes around here by the name of Isaiah, I call him my nigga, and he's cool with it, so what the fuck? His brother Jordan, too. They like me, they think I'm a cool dude. And sometimes we joke, I actually say the at the end, and he calls me a cracker. My bitch don't be calling me a cracker, man. Fuck you. They had to move, though, because they were living next door, and unfortunately they had to move because her mom refused to work and wouldn't pay rent in the rent next door, and yeah, she had to leave, and they left, and now they're living with their father somewhere in Oklahoma. I'm letting the cutscenes play for you guys. Honestly, I think the plot in this game is boring, and I don't care for it. I'm playing them for you, so you can read them if you want to, like... I know my talking may interrupt that, and I'm sorry. But I'll be honest, the cutscenes in this game, the plot in this game makes little to no sense to me. Anyways. Okay, so now I can skip the final cutscene, at least. So that's good. After this is over. Let's do it! Okay, Duke. This guy's pretty easy. This part of it, anyways. Right before he lands, you want to duck. And run. Because if you just duck and wait for him, he'll duck and shoot you. You don't want that. So you want to basically trick him. Here comes the finale. Your skills are impressive. What a shame you won't be needing them anymore. Oh shit, sorry. Anyways, he becomes this thing. You gotta do it just right or you're done. Damn it. Yeah, this is gonna be tough on this controller. Because the D-pad's a little meh. And now, hopefully I won't die by the ninjas, which is a very big possibility. See what I mean, though? It's like you gotta do the stupid, like, jump like this in order to fucking beat that part. It's awful. Not to mention the flying chess pieces. Jesus. Okay. Fuck off! Ah, come on, bitch. Alright, this time I won't press nothing so you can see the last cutscene. Your skills are impressive. What a shame you won't be needing them anymore. Or any longer, I'm sorry. I tire of this game. You must die. For the Horde! Oh, no. Okay, Duke! Jesus. Come get some. Face your ass, what's the difference? Okay, this is gonna be hard on this controller, hitting this motherfucker. Oh no. This is gonna be hard as hell, guys. Oh, damn it. Okay. This may take a while. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. Okay. I'll keep trying. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do the stage all over again. Fan-fucking-tastic. It's so good. So great! I love it. And I mean that sarcastically. And the boss really isn't that hard. It's just, it's precise control, and I don't have it. It works a lot better in the Xbox controller, though. That would have been worse. Basically, you gotta hit his head a bunch of times, and he kicks towards the wall. And you gotta position yourself so he doesn't hit you and continue on. It's just with the controller I'm having a hard time because it doesn't want to work as well as an NES controller would. There goes my mind being retarded again. Okay, let's see if I can do these stupid ninja parts again. God! Fuck this! That part sucks. It shouldn't be in this game. But I know why they do it. They want you to be pissed off and annoyed at the last part of the game. If you make it, you get to see the end. If you don't make it, then you don't see the end. Simple as that. God! Fuck! Ugh! Told you I was gonna rage. This is bullshit. I hate this part with a fucking passion. I did it fine the first time, now I'm having fucking problems. Oh, there, I actually made it. Wow. Wow! Yes, I'm frustrated. Thank you very much for noticing. Fuck off. No one cares. Didn't duck in time. See? He ducks and shoots. If you do it too soon. I'm losing my concentration. I'm dead. I might as well just put down the controller, you know what I mean? Oh, I got him that time. I wish I had smaller thumbs. Fuck! Ugh! Fuck you. I know the game's over. Thank you very much. I know how it works. You lose all your lives, game over. Thank you. You don't need to rub it in my fucking face, asshole. Nah. Play the game Death Duel on the Genesis and get a game over, which is very easy to do because the game is ridiculously hard. And, that's basically throwing it in your face. It's not... I mean, the message is kind of scary. You know, what happens to you, but... It's not scary, only because that was intentional. They wanted you to think, oh, well, I fucked up. They wanted you to know you fucked up. That's just all. All timing. God. Yeah, so I hope you don't have the rest of your evening... I hope you have your rest of your evening planned out, or don't have it planned out, or whatever, because I'm going to be here a while. This is why I want to get this out of the way. I want to do this, get it done, so I can continue on to games that don't have fucking stupid last levels that throw a curveball at you. Hopefully I don't get hit too much by this fuckhead, and then maybe we'll have a chance. Okay, I have a chance, but with this controller, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to take it easy. I don't care, this is...
Shit.
Shit. No! That was so close. Ugh. I'm exhausted now. My mind. I'm gonna finish this. Gonna finish this. One way or another. It may take a while, but I'm gonna finish this. I started it. I will finish it. Sweating really bad. Whew. It's not not over yet. It's not over until that fucker is defeated. Why am I getting hit? I'm running while ducking. Okay, here we go again. Take 105. I'm sweating and I'm shaking. Yes! Eat my shit-covered asshole, you dirty cunt! It's over! It's done! I won! Fuck off! Indeed, every dog has its day, and then they fade away, and a new dog rises up. That's actually a good quote. I like that one. I actually knocked out my controller. So that was Vice Project Doom. A game that came out too late in the NES's life to get any kind of recognition, because I would really love to see another game of this type. Or a game, like a sequel for the SNES would have been fine. Or if they made this game as a first-gen SNES game, it would have been cool. But then again, first-gen SNES games, or Super Nintendo games, are pretty much rather than just slightly beefed up SNES or NES games. See, like, this part right here gives away for a new game. Or a sequel, but obviously the game didn't do well enough. And then you hear the awful game over music again. Okay, so let me just make my closing thoughts on this game. Okay. Well, and I apologize for the mouse. Okay, so Vice Project Doom, I really like the game. It's fun. There's just some things I don't like. The enemy placements are a little cheap, but it's a challenge, though. See, and this game kind of defines the difference between challenge and cheap. I mean, because there are a lot of cheap things that happen, but there's also a lot of fair things that happen. I mean, the bounce back attack when you get attacked by enemies is not as strong in this game as it is in, say, Ninja Gaiden or Castlevania. So with that, it actually feels fair. You have a little bit of control when you get knocked back, as you saw when I got hit by the ninjas in the final stage there. But, and I apologize for not saying anything during the final boss. You gotta understand, when you're on those kind of bosses, you need all the concentration you can get. So, if I stop talking, it's because I'm trying to concentrate. But hopefully you enjoyed this playthrough. Power Blade will probably be the next game I throw into the mix, or it might be Risky Woods. You know, it'll be one or the other. This weekend I'm going to be gone. My wife and I are going somewhere nice. You know, someplace nice. That's going to be funded by her mother. Not going to say what it is because, well, not all of my personal life is your business. I'm not Charles Trippy. I'm not Shay Carl. Or any of those people that care about posting everything they do in their life, you know, what kind of shit they took or what kind of belly button lit they pulled out and film it. You know what I mean? I'm not that kind of guy. I mean, I don't afraid to tell you about some things, but, you know, some things I don't. And so we're going to go somewhere this weekend. Hopefully it'll be fun. see the fall colors and everything. I'm going to take some pictures, and it'll be good. It'll be good fun. But I'm glad I was able to get something out this week. I've been really busy, and I do apologize for that, as I always do, because I don't like to keep my fans waiting. It's not polite. It's not nice. And if I was more popular, I would definitely, as a fan, I would expect, where's some more videos? I want to see more playthroughs or whatever. I would get that. So I understand, because there's a lot of YouTubers, like I said in my other video about how I feel about certain YouTubers, are uploading content that I don't like as a fan. Does that mean I'm going to unsub them? Well, Ashen's I did, because now he's just doing toys and toys and toys, and you just get sick of that. But some of the other subbers surprised me. Ashen's did do a video on the Switch, and I think he did the new 3DS XL. But you know what? Those are stuff that's commonplace for gamers like myself. So we already know what to expect from that. But in closing, that's not important. I do these videos for you guys. I want you to be entertained and enjoy the playthroughs, and I also want you to enjoy the game. And, if there's anything about a game that you want to know that you think I can answer for you, I'll be more than happy to try. But do I recommend Vice Project Doom to an NES collector? Absolutely. The game doesn't go for much, and it's a really fun game. It's got, like I said, if you enjoy Ninja Gaiden or Adventures of Bayou Billy, without the beat-em-up cheap aspect of that, or Mad City, which is what it's called in Japan. If you enjoy those games, you'll enjoy Vice Project Doom, as simple as that. I suggest anyone who likes side-scrollers, platformers, to give it a playthrough. So, with that, I'm going to wrap this up and get this uploaded for you all to enjoy. I hope you guys have a rest of your great evening, and I told you I was going to rage in the last stage, and I hope I pretty much made that crystal clear, I think. Alright then. You guys have a great night. Thank you all. Love you all. Take good care of yourselves, and we'll see you on the next one.